Hey everybody, welcome back to my studio. This is the week of April 13th and this art project is for my PLC group, which are my 5-year-olds. Again, you can surely do this with us if you are over 5 as well. Just follow along and join us for this one. It is a 3D butterfly. Got the wings that open up, see? And there's a pattern on the inside and the same pattern on the outside. And I'll show you how to do that. So you're going to need a few things to make this, and let me go over those items that you need for this one, and that would be, you should have received a stencil. Here's my stencil. You were emailed that. You're going to need a stencil. You're going to need some watercolor paper. This is for the background where we're going to put our butterfly on. You're going to need a pencil, scissors, some glue, a Google eye. If you don't have a Google eye, that's okay. You can use markers. You're going to also need some markers, 2 papers of colored construction paper, watercolors, large paintbrush, cup of water, paper towel. So that should be everything you need for this project. All right. So getting started, the first thing we're going to do actually is we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint the background first. The reason why we want to do that first is because we want this to allow for a time to dry, and then that way we can work on everything else and glue it right to that when we're done. Okay, so I'm going to set everything else aside and I'm going to start painting the background. Okay, so it's in the sky, right? What color is the sky? Well, I'm looking out my studio window right now and it's a beautiful sunny day. It is blue sky outside. So I'm going to get my water and pick up that blue that I want. That nice pretty blue. It's kind of a mixture of my darker blue and my lighter blue. And then I'm going to go all the way across. I'm going to show you how to do this, kiddos. I know you know this. It's all the way up and all the way back. All the way back and all the way forth. Back and forth. And you're going to do that all the way down until about here. Going to stop right about there. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and paint mine all the way back and forth. All the way back and forth. My pretty blue sky all the way down until that line. I hope you guys are enjoying a nice sunny day as well when you're making your pretty butterfly. Okay, so I've gone all the way down to that line. It's a little bit of glare with my light. There you go. And now I'm going to wash my brush, not dry it because I'm going to use the water to pick up some green. Now I'm going to take that green and I'm going to go all the way across, okay? I'm going to get my green and go all the way across the bottom. I'll show you what that looks like. And then we're going to put a little bit of grass on there. Okay, a little glary. There you go. So green on the bottom. Now, I'm going to take just a teeny bit of my black and put it with my green so that I can make a darker green. And I'm going to pull my grass up just like this. Let me show you. It keeps bending right here. I'm sorry. Okay, so here, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull the grass up, 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 up. All the way across, and you can make the grass go different ways, just like that. Okay, so a little black with my green to make it a little darker, and pull it all the way across the paper, okay? So let me do that a little bit more. Pull it up, 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 up. Okay, perfect. I want to make some flowers in my grass. So I'm going to use that same paintbrush. Now, if you want to use a smaller one to make your flowers, you can do that because it might be a little bit easier for you. So you can, at this time, do a smaller paintbrush for your flowers. I'm going to just use the corner part of my brush right there, just a little corner, and I'm going to pick up some red with it. Okay? Then I'll show you how to make the little flowers. You're just going to go tap, 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 tap. Now mine are starting to run because I have my paper picked upwards. So if I do it on the table, tap, 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 they don't run. So yours shouldn't be running if you're doing it just on your table. Okay, so I'm going to do a few of those and I'll show you how mine look in a little bit. Just kind of putting the flowers wherever I think I might want some flowers to be on my paper. You can put as many or as little flowers as you want. And I'm looking at this and I've noticed with mine, it's looking a little pale. I think I want to be able to see my grass just a little better. And that's okay to go back and work on it a little bit more. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to add a little bit more of my blades of grass. Okay, so I've done that. It may run a little bit when I show you, but that's how it looks, okay? So I'm going to take that now and set it aside. I want that to dry. So leave it sit over there, it's dry. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out our stencils from your printout, okay? So you've got your emailed stencil and you're going to cut that out. So I'm going to move this watercolors because we're all done with those. Then we can just get them out of the way. All right, so I'm going to take my scissors. Now remember, if you're one of my kiddos, you should be using a child-safe scissor. This is an adult scissors that I'm using now. And I'm cutting out the body. There's a piece that has the body and a piece for the wings. And I'll show you how that's going to work. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to cut out the part for the wings. Now you might think, oh, that looks weird. How is that going to work? Because the stencil, the way it is with the wings. Well, we're going to set the stencil down on our piece of paper and I will show you how we're going to make that work for us, okay? Okay, so I think I'm going to use my red for my body. So I'm just going to put the body right down on my paper, okay? And then I'm going to trace my body part. Okay, and after I've got it all traced, it's hard to see, but it's on there, I'm going to cut it out with my scissor. Okay, so I've got my body part cut out. I'm going to set that aside. Okay, now I want to cut out my wings. Now, we want it to be wings that open, like this one. Let me show you my finished one, right? We want it to open. So what we have to do is we cut this out on a folded piece of paper. So I'm going to take my orange and I'm going to fold it right in half, short wings, like that. Then I'm going to take the stencil and I'm going to put it on the folded part. Put the straight part of my stencil on the folded part right there, okay? And that's when I'll set it down and I'm going to trace it. Okay, I traced, a little hard to see that right there? I traced my stencil, okay? So now I'm going to cut out the stencil. Get that out of the way. So now it looks like that, okay? So when we end up putting it together, our wings are going to have an open part. Okay. Fabulous, we've done that. Okay, so the next step is we're going to go ahead and decorate our butterfly wings, okay? So this is when you get to be creative and have fun, and I want you to be able to decorate them the way you want. So this is what you need to know. You're gonna decorate the inside, okay? We're gonna glue this half to our paper in a minute. We're gonna end up gluing that half right there to the paper. So we're only gonna decorate inside and on the front part. We're not going to decorate back here on the back because that's what's going to be glued to the paper. If you accidentally do decorate on the back, it's okay. You can still glue it to the paper, okay? All right, so with that said, I am going to decorate my butterfly. So I'm going to set this down and I'm going to open it up to the inside and I'm going to figure out what kind of pattern do I want. Okay, so I'm going to get the markers that I want to use and start drawing a fun pattern in mind. Okay, so I'm going to do, I think I want big hearts. And for some reason this marker is not being my friend. It's not working the way I'd like it to. I'm going to see if I can get another one that works better. Ah, here we go. So I'm going to make some big hearts. So far I have big hearts on the inside. So when I flip it over to the front part, I want to put another big heart in that same area to make it all match. You can do whatever kind of pattern and design you want, but it's nice if you could make it match, okay? Just like a real butterfly. So I've got those. What do I want next? Ooh, some blue in here. I think I'm going to trace around my hearts with blue. Then you can see how my hearts stand out. They look much prettier. See, that's the front and that's the inside. Okay. I really like that blue. I think I'm going to use it to make 3 little hearts on the smaller portion of my wings, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that in just a minute. Put them on. Okay. All right, so in the front, that's what it looks like. In the inside, looks the same, doesn't it? Okay. Now what color do I want? Remember, this is the time when you can be creative and choose all the colors that you like. All right, I got some purple. Now I'm going to make some dots on my wings. See how I'm making dots all around? I'm going to continue with that. And I'm going to do it on the front too, not just the inside. So that's the inside. Now I'm going to do the front. Okay, so I've got inside too. Let me think. I think I'm just going to add one more purple heart on the inside and on the outside. So it's like that on the inside, these purple hearts, and then I want one on my outside, and then I think that'll be good enough for my wing decorator. Look at that. Okay, so I've got that. Now, next thing we need to do is we need to start gluing all our pieces to our background and then adding a little more finishing touches, okay? So I've got the background. It's almost dry, believe it or not. It's still pretty wet on the bottom, but that's okay. It's pretty dry up here, so I'm going to go ahead and glue my stuff on. All right, so I'm going to place my wings and decide where it looks best on my background first. So I'm going to look at it, and it should be glued on just about like that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get my glue. Remember now, this is how I want to glue it on. This side goes, the blank side, down to the paper. So I'm going to add my glue, just like that. Press, press, press. Press it on, press it on. So now you can see I have the inside and the outside, okay? And then press it on and press that fold nice and well too, so that looks like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue the body part on. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of the body and glue it right on in front of the wings, just like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to I'm going to put a googly eye on. Remember, I told you you can add with the marker. If you don't have a googly eye, that's okay. You can just go ahead and use a marker and add an eyeball. But I added a googly eye just like that. And now I'm going to take a black marker and add some little antenna and a mouth. So I can give her just a little smiley face. She's smiling. She's a happy. And then some little antenna just like that. So there you have it. PLCs ages 5 and up actually can go ahead and do their 3D butterfly. I hope you enjoyed this craft. It was a lot of fun making, and I'll see you next time in the studio.